Part 12. Grendel and Beowulf. 'Neath the cloudy cliffs came from the moor then Grendel going, God's anger bare he. The monster intended some one of earthmen in the hall building grand to entrap and make way with. He went under welkin, where well he knew of the wine-joyous building, brilliant with plating, gold hall of earthmen. Not the earliest occasion he the home and manor of Hrothgar had sought. Ne'er found he in life days later nor earlier hardier hero, hall thanes more sturdy. Then came to the building the warrior marching, bereft of his joyance. The door quickly opened, on fire hinges fastened, when his fingers had touched it. The fell one had flung then, his fury so bitter, open the entrance. Early thereafter the foeman trod the shining hall pavement. Strode he angrily. From the eyes of him glimmered a lustre unlovely, likest to fire. He beheld in the hall the heroes in numbers, a circle of kinsmen sleeping together, a throng of thanemen. Then his thoughts were exultant. He minded to sunder from each of the thanemen the life from his body, horrible demon, ere morning came, since fate had allowed him the prospect of plenty. Providence willed not to permit him any more of men under heaven to eat in the night time. He lacks kinsmen, great sorrow endured, how the dire-mooded creature and unlooked-for assaults were likely to bear him. No thought had the monster of deferring the matter, but on earliest occasion he quickly laid hold of a soldier asleep, suddenly tore him, bit his bone prison, the blood drank in current, swallowed in mouthfuls. He soon had the dead man's feet and hands, too, eaten entirely. Nearer he strode then, the stout-hearted warrior snatched as he slumbered, seizing with hand grip, forward the foeman foined with his hands. Caught he quickly the cunning deviser, on his elbow he rested. This early discovered the master of malice, that in middle earth's regions, neath the whole of the heavens, no hand grapple greater in any man else had he ever encountered. Fearful in spirit, faint-mooded waxed he, not oft could betake him. Death he was pondering, would fly to his covert, seek the devil's assembly. His calling no more was the same he had followed long in his lifetime. The liege kinsman worthy of Hygelac minded his speech of the evening. Stood he up straight and stoutly did seize him. His fingers crackled. The giant was outward, the earl stepped farther. The famous one minded to flee away farther, if he found an occasion, and often away, avoiding delay, to fly to the fen moors. He fully was ware of the strength of his grapple in the grip of the foeman. 'Twas an ill-taken journey that the injury-bringing, harrying harmer to Heorot wandered. The palace re-echoed to all of the Danemen, dwellers in castles, to each of the bold ones, earlmen, was terror. Angry they both were, arch-warders raging, rattled the building. 'Twas a marvellous wonder that the wine-hall withstood then the bold in battle, bent not to earthward, excellent earth-hall. But within, without, it was fastened so firmly in fetters of iron by the art of the armourer. Off from the sill there bent mead benches many, as men have informed me, adorned with gold work, where the grim ones did struggle. The skilding wise men weened ne'er before, that by might and main strength a man under heaven might break it in pieces, bone-decked, resplendent, crush it by cunning, unless clutch of the fire and smoke should consume it. The sound mounted upward, novel enough, On the North Danes fastened a terror of anguish, on all of the men there who heard from the wall the weeping and plaining, the song of defeat from the foemen of heaven, heard him hymns of horror howl, and his sorrow hell-bound bewailing. He held him too firmly who was strongest of main strength of men of that era.